when I'm not on the row and I think about the row, one of the first things literally that jumps into my head every single time, no matter where I am, no matter what time of year it is, if somebody hits me with, hey, yo, Rome, let's do a little word, let's get reaction, a little word reaction, radio row. Bill Romanowski. I always think of Romo because this is when Romo and I, we had done interviews before, but we never came together the way we did way back in the day on Radio Row. And then our relationship and friendship has never been the same since then. I'm not coming to the Row if you're not here, Romo. It is great to see you. He is a Jungle and Radio Row legend. He is a 4-time Super Bowl champ. He is a 2-time Pro Bowler. He is a New York Times best-selling author. He is the founder and the CEO of Nutrition 53, which we will get to momentarily. Romo, what's going on? How are you?
Great to be on.
You too, Romo. It's so good to see you. Now, did you get your workout in yet?
I haven't gotten it in yet, but I will get it in later today.
Romo, it's 1:45 in the afternoon. What, you slacking? Are you sleeping in now?
Well, hey, I had to be on with you. I got to get ready for you. Let's go.
Okay,
it is game on.
All right, so Romo, lay it out for me. What is your, because you look amazing as always, what is your normal workout regimen right now at this point in your life?
Yeah, my normal workout regimen starts actually after work. You know, it's 2 hours after work, and then I go home, eat, and go to bed. And that's kind of my routine.
What's your work day like? Are you working 8 to 5? Are you working different kind of hours?
Yeah, I'm working probably 9 to 6 or 7. Yeah.
So what's rolling you out of the rack these days? What gets you out of bed in the morning fired up and excited?
You know what? I like to get out of bed. You know, I'm out of bed 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I like to read. And I'm reading nutrition. I'm reading studies. I'm doing stuff to where how do I just keep getting better myself with my company, Nutrition 53? That's what I do. So, you know, I want to stay on top of it. And by doing that, the only way to do that is you got to stay on your game and you got to know what's going on, you know, in the country, in the world, as far as studies go.
So, Romo, at this age, I'm not saying we're the same age, but at a certain age or this age, can we still get better, or are we just fighting off decay, fighting off the inevitable, or can we really improve?
You know what? Harvard will tell you you lose, 10 to 20% a year. But I'm going to say this, you get smarter, you get wiser, you don't make the dumb mistakes when you were younger. So there's a part of me that doesn't believe that my game is any less now than it was 10 years ago.
Romo, how much would you pay, or what body part would you give up to run out onto the field on Sunday one last time and play in the Super Bowl one more time?
I'd give an arm. Oh, yeah. Just to run down on kickoff. And I would blow somebody up. And if that went out of the end zone, I would still blow somebody up.
Man, what was that? I mean, you cut your teeth doing just that. What was it like covering kicks as a young Bill Romanowski?
Oh, it was incredible. I loved it. And here's the only problem with that, Jimmy, is sometimes I just focused on laying somebody out instead of actually making the tackle with the guy who's got the ball. Same on punt. I would go down there, and if there was somebody I wanted to put down on the turf, that's what I was going to focus on. I'll let one of my buddies make the tackle.
Bill Romanowski joining us. Romo, what was it like? Can you take me through like a Sunday as you got ready and then hit the field to play in the NFL? What was going through your mind? What was coursing through your veins?
I tell you what, the butterflies were incredible. And a lot of people say when you lose the butterflies, it's time to give it up. I tell you what, there's times now when I still get butterflies. I'll be at this game on Sunday, and there's no doubt that for a little bit of time, there's going to be a flashback or something that makes me think that I'm still could go a play or two. And the reality is I can't. But before the big game, the Super Bowl, knowing that there's 250 million people watching, you still had to boil it down and realize you're playing a game, and it's an away game against an opposing team. One thing Bill Walsh always told us, getting ready for our first game, which was down here, he said, "Man, you're playing a away game in Miami against the Cincinnati Bengals. If you start focusing on Super Bowl, you lose track of what got you here, and that's playing great football."
Bill Romanowski is my guest. So that said, Romo, what's it mean to you to see the 49ers back in the Super Bowl? What kind of memories does that bring back?
Oh, it's incredible. Going to the playoff games, seeing the 49er fans erupt again, like back in the day in Candlestick, I'm proud. I'm proud of, the 49ers, proud of John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, Jed York on what they put together, because it takes a team. It's not just Kyle Shanahan. John Lynch had something to do with this. The owner, the fact that he was innovative enough to hire a guy out of broadcasting, and John Lynch, yeah, he was a football player, a great one, but to put him in as general manager, that's a big stretch. But I tell you what, it worked out. And to see what they put together, and they built the team through their defensive line, because the defensive line sets the tempo pretty much in every game, Jimmy.
No, they're amazing. That defensive front is absolutely amazing. So how do you go about trying to stop Mahomes? Is it just a matter of hitting this guy as hard and as often as you can? What do you do with a quarterback like that?
Here's what you're going to see. I think you're going to see more nickel and dime situations. I don't think you're going to see two linebackers lining up very much in a base defense. I think you're going to see one linebacker, maybe no linebackers, and they'll play, this game, forcing them to run the ball to win it, and they'll have the best situation they can have, and that is more DBs, more safeties, and focus on the four-man front getting the pass rush.
So as a defensive player, Romo, when you watch Mahomes, what do you think?
You know what? I think a little bit, and back in my day, I think of Randall Cunningham, I think of Brett Favre. If you could kind of put those two together, that's kind of what you'd have, because Brett Favre was really good out of the pocket improvising. Randall Cunningham was good out of the pocket running the football. Mahomes can run the football and he can improvise, and you have to always realize he's looking to make a play. He's really not looking to run the football. So when you're out there playing defense on Sunday, you got to focus on your responsibility. You look back and think he's running, all of a sudden he'll throw the ball deep for a touchdown.
He might not be running. He's just extending the play.
Exactly.
He's just never given up on a play. All right, so you're representing Nutrition 53
yes.
and Lean 1. How is business these days, Romo? And if they're listening and they want more information about the products, where do they go to get it?
They go to nutrition53.com for a buy one, get one Super Bowl special. But at the end of the day, Jimmy, I get to talk football and I get to help people. They can also go to Smoothie King. We have the Lean 1 smoothie on the menu board there with cleaner blends, no sugar added to their smoothies. So, I live a blessed life. And, living, eating, and breathing nutrition and still getting enough football. Hey, it's not like it used to be, but I get enough just to kind of satisfy that hunger.
Romo, you're crazy, man, and I mean it in the best way possible. I'll tell you what I so admire about you, Romo. I'm not sure I've ever known a guy who played that game at that level who loved it like you did. I mean this sincerely. I don't know that I've ever met anybody who had the passion to play in that league that you did, yet for you it didn't end there. You found a way to reinvent.
Yeah.
You had to find a way to get that juice somehow, some way.
Absolutely.
How did you do that?
Well, it's because nutrition had such a big impact in my career, and I was always helping my buddies. It was like, okay, how do I continue to do that? And I still got professional athletes I help. I do that kind of for fun. And then, it's the rest of America. I get to make a difference. And when I get the messages of, hey, I lost 50 pounds, and all I did is I drank a Lean 1 every morning. I mean, that's pretty, I feel blessed that I was able to work with a lot of doctors and scientists to come up with a formula to really help people. And for that, I used to pinch myself at times when I played football because I was like, I get to play football. They pay me a lot of money. They don't have to pay me to do this. I love it. I get to work out. I get to run around, hit people.
Okay, but dude, what happens now when you get the urge to knock somebody on their ass? What do you do about that?
Well, those days, this body is not ready to do that again.
I think it is.
And, every once in a while, I'll have that dream where I'm late to the stadium and I'm jonesing to get out there because I can't wait to hit someone again, to sack a quarterback, and I know it's going to happen.
How pissed are you when you wake up and you realize it's only a dream?
And for a split second or two, it feels real.
Yeah.
And so I miss it.
Romo, it is now officially the Radio Row. He is a Jungle and Radio Row legend, once again a 4-time Super Bowl champ, a 2-time Pro Bowler. He is a New York Times best-selling author. He is the founder and CEO of Nutrition 53. Romo,
awesome,
did
buddy.
It again, man. So good to see you.
Thank you. Great to see you,
Bill
Jimmy.
Romanowski.